Busch Light update has finally arrived. Meet our newest product, Busch Light Apple. The crispness of Busch, the light sweetness of apple flavor. It's like the sound of refreshment meets the taste of the orchard. Get them Get them while they're cold.
There we have it, the latest from Busch. I'll kick off. I'll take this over, Dr. J.
Start me off here.
Start you off. Mate, I simply love this. As soon as I saw it, I was just like, genius. Very cheap, very cheerful, filmed under COVID conditions. The one thing I loved about it was it really anchored it to Apple. Like, it's a new brand. It's Apple, which is the Apple launch. And it's just taken the piss out of Apple. In a way, it's got a Steve Jobs kind of mock product launch, which is its own product launch of sorts. So, yeah, I simply love this creative. But, yeah, keen to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, it's exactly what you just said. It tied two ideas together incredibly well. Like, usually when you take the piss on something, it's going to miss 90% of the time. It's like, ooh, everyone else has already done that. Ooh, that ain't good. They took the piss while staying in their own character. Instead of the black turtleneck, they had the lumberjack turtleneck, all looking good. So in terms of the piss take, brilliant. And the good thing, and I actually see this kind of theme running through what we're doing today, is the catchphrase. When they open it up and it goes, boosh. It's like, that's the sound of your can opening. Every time I open a can, I'm now going to go, boosh. I never thought that was a thing, but it is a thing now. And so then I think from the boosh, which we'll come back later to with more catchphrases, you've now got something tying you to it. So the joke now has become its own joke. It's gone beyond just making fun of something. It's inserted its own humor that's relevant to the brand. So now you're forming a new memory. Anytime I see Steve Jobs do Apple, I'm going to say boosh. And then for anyone who just didn't quite get the joke, they stretched out that apple at the end. And that I thought was, at first I'm like, ooh, that's a hard move. But then I thought, you know what, that's actually a fairly smart move, because some people won't have put two and two together. So by extending the apple, it forces you to think about this one word. And that's when a lot of people might go, oh, I see what they're doing. So kind of a smart move. That may have come like after they tested the ad, and maybe some people didn't get it and they figured out, okay, we need to just make it very clear at the end that we're talking about Apple here. Did you get it? Wink. So actually, I thought the execution was brilliant on that one.
Yeah, it was really, really overt. But yeah, there is a bit of a theme today, and it's leveraging the concept of, let's call it memory hijack. So when you see something, it triggers another memory. So This is like Tesla. Tesla ran a similar product launch to what you see with Apple. This has become the product launch, or the way you launch product with these really, really large brands. So if you can anchor your brand to it, and especially with a mnemonic, very, very powerful.
Yeah, so if you think about it, so let's strip that back for the hijack. So the idea that, for the viewers, that memories are all tied together into giant networks that we call schemas. And the idea is that if you access one of those memories, all the really close associations will get activated with it. And it becomes easier for you to think about. So a lot of the time, ads will try and build entire new schematas in your brain for you, and it just takes a long time to build one. So a much easier route is to take a schemata that we know people already have and just sneak yourself right in there, so you're a real close association. So anytime they activate this other memory, boom, love it or hate it, you're now there with them. And so that's what Busch did here. Now, anytime you see Steve Jobs or anyone doing that, we're going to think Busch, because it's now been tied in. They had to do, like you said, John, minimal effort, minimal cost, smart thinking, and they've now kind of built themselves into our brain, which was a really good move.
Yeah, it goes back to the point, when you've got a great idea and you execute it well, you don't need big budgets. This was a really low cost, cheap and cheerful, but just a really nice idea. Apple launched new product. How do we do an Apple launch that just takes the mickey out of Apple itself? Memory hijack, seamless execution, and then just making sure it was very overt with that Apple, that sort of catchphrase that ran over the top. But I really like the mnemonic, just that boosh. You can see people every time they open a can, they're just like boosh, skaboosh. And every time they do it.
In college, that's going to go big now. Every kid in college is going to start doing that for the next couple months. That's my call.